Bye. If you guys haven't watched the newest thing, what is it? I can't fucking remember. I need to watch this at some point. I have yet to watch it. I don't want to right now. Oh, they did post it. Okay. Should I just watch this and have you guys hear my reaction? Because I've been waiting to watch this for quite some time. But I don't know if it's worth, you know, having you guys sit here and watch me watch this. Or some shit. I don't know. But, I want to know what you guys think of this. Hang on. Let me do this. Fucking mommy huntress. Look at her! She's so fucking beautiful! Ah! And fucking Spirit. I love the way that they did the artwork of Spirit. I want these skins in Dead by Daylight as cosmetics. I want these skins just so I can have them in Dead by Daylight. Anime mommy? Yes, mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. The daddy sorry. See? The fucking Nightbot's on that shit, right? Fucking perfect timing, Nightbot. It's fucking Dead by Daylight dating sim, and it's coming in summer. You know what's funny? Hang on. Oh shit, hang on. Let me pause this. You know what's funny? I would die laughing if this came out on my birthday. Because my birthday is June 25th. That would be iconic as fuck to have this be released on my birthday. I would so fucking play this on the day of my birthday and stream it with you guys. Because I'm all fucking for this shit. And, you know, it would be fucking worth the while. Okay. Let's do that so you guys don't see this. Or you don't have to see this stuff. Okay. So. Do you guys really want to see my reaction to the anniversary podcast broadcast thingy? Because we're gonna be sitting here for a good while. I'm just letting y'all know. Right here, right now. I mean, 2 hours. It's not gonna be that long. I'm gonna probably skim through it. Okay, let's skip this bit because... Oh, okay. Started at 29. I'll start it here, and we'll just... Well, hang on. Oh, hang on. Okay, here we go. I have not watched this at all, so you guys are gonna see full reaction to this. Okay, this is all the different trailers. Bird mommy! Fucking 6 years, just to think about that. That's ridiculous.
All right, what I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted is that Funko Pops are coming. This is super exciting for us. We've been waiting on a long time to be able to announce this. So right now I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the 4 characters coming to Funko Pops. The Wraith, the Doctor, the Huntress, and Claudette Morel. If you're like me, you're thrilled and you can't wait to get your hands on those.
Mommy, sorry! God damn it, Nightbot, you're on track. Okay. I want the Mommy Huntress pop figure.
Had a moment to calm down. Let me officially welcome you to the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary celebration. We've got an amazing show for you today. We have the whole team ready to share some of the exciting stuff coming. We've got a few surprises in store. We hope you're going to have a good time. Now, last year, our 5th anniversary was all about looking back at the 5 years before.
Yeah,
it was a
5
trip
years.
down memory lane, and I had a good time for one. Since then, we've hit 50 million players in Dead by Daylight. That's
that's actually really crazy to think about that.
That was funded in under 1 day on Kickstarter. That was an amazing job by our friends at Level 99. We've also consistently stayed within the 20 top games streamed on Twitch. All of that, and with our next chapter, we're going to now be at 59 characters in Dead by Daylight. But today,
that is crazy to think of. Hang on.
It's about looking at the
Let me pause this real quick. 59 characters, just to think about that on Dead by Daylight. That's fucking ridiculous. Oh, food. Oh, by the way, so did you see what I was dealing with?
No, I was cooking.
So the sync cloud wasn't syncing for Dead by Daylight. I don't know what the fuck that means. So I uninstalled it, and I'm currently reinstalling it right now.
You did have to do that. There's actually a button you could click to.
I clicked it and retried it 3 times on stream. Everybody was watching it. I'm showing my screen live. It still wouldn't do it.
That's a Steam issue that's been happening. All that means is that it's not getting the save data on the cloud.
That's
Dexter,
so what do I
out.
So what do I do about that?
You just have to keep clicking the retry until it's...
Well, I uninstalled it and I'm reinstalling it. So everyone's going to watch my reaction to the 6th anniversary broadcast.
Just make sure to change your thing to just chatting.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
That is a lot of characters. Fucking 59.
Couldn't be happier to have 50 million of you out there playing the game with us. And while there's still a ton of stuff to do, we want to focus on the things that are going to make their way into the game next year. In the past, we've used
okay, so like my husband just said, I'm going to change it to just chatting for now.
To share our ambitions.
So I don't get in trouble.
Dreamed big. It's our job to do so. Once in a while, these dreams ended up being bigger than what we were able to deliver. And we don't want to do that today. Today our goal is to talk about what is actually going to happen within the next year and to give you precise timelines of when you can expect those changes. We're humbled by your passion and your support. Thank you so much for taking this trip with us through the last 6 years. And we have quite a lot more for you. Oh,
thank you, Levi.
On Twitch or YouTube, you can actually play Director of Broadcast by voting in the chat and help us figure out which segments are going to come in what order. And speaking of which, here's a list of everything that we have in store for you today.
It's so weird just to sit here and think about that. 6 years now that Dead by Daylight's been out. 59 characters are in this game.
Like I said, we want you to be in control of what we talk about next. You know what? Let's try it right now. Which one of these would you prefer to have? A, some free stuff. B, something really nice.
Okay, what is the C and D in chat? Am I able... I can't click on it, of course, obviously. So what did you guys vote for those that watched this? I want to know your guys' answers. Did you guys pick pick A or B. Because I know majority of it would be probably free stuff because people always enjoy free stuff. But honestly, I would rather have something really nice into the game. Which is coming oddly for me, but I just want to know what your vote was. A? You, Kitty? Okay. Okay, there's some votes for A and B, A and B. There's a lot of A's that I'm seeing. Someone put D. Oh my goodness. Okay, so a lot of people were picking A, obviously, because it's free. The word free, obviously, people are going to choose. 100 blood points. I didn't trust them with something really nice. No, they're not live anymore.
In the celebration of Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, Senior Producer on the project, and I'm joined by Justin Brown, Senior Product Manager on the project. In today's panel, we will have a look at the upcoming content for next year, so Dead by Daylight.
I like their shirts.
The planned chapters, as well as
no
our 4 main
food.
pillars for the game. Before we dive into that, however, this is a really good opportunity to look at our accomplishments from last year and talk a bit more about what we're particularly proud of or excited or happy that was released over the last year. For me, I'm always extremely impressed by the quality of our original content, and the Portrait of Murder chapter was another one that really left a mark on me. But that being said, Year 6 was an amazing year when it comes to licensed content, with the addition of Resident Evil, Hellraiser chapter, as well as Ringu, 3 classic cult horror icons into our game. And it really warms my heart to see all of those different characters come together in the one and the same game. Is there anything you're particularly proud of that we did last year?
Yeah, of course. The first thing that comes to mind is the updated onboarding and tutorial. Seeing that come out, such a positive reaction within our community was really amazing, really rewarding for the team that worked so hard on those features. The next would be the 2 brand new maps we introduced last year. It had been a long time since we introduced new maps, and the team totally delivered on those maps, visually stunning, and that's not to mention the unbelievable job they did on the Haddonfield rework, which recently released. And last but not least, it would be the Snowman event.
Oh my god, the Snowman event.
Memes, movies, memories that were shared in that.
I fucking love the Snowman event.
Unbelievably amazing.
It was
Something
amazing.
I hope we can recreate again this year.
I really hope they
now
bring
I'd like
back
to
the
take this
Snowman.
moment, just to mention that when we develop our roadmap, we always aim at delivering the most quality as we possibly can for you, our players. However, as it is a live tool, we are constantly having to update it due to urgent issues or new opportunities that arise throughout the year. As such, there were a few
It was
features
so
we
much
mentioned
fun.
during last year's anniversary stream that still have not made their way into the game. Fear not, we will be talking about most of those features later today. Now, when we talk about what's coming up in the next year, first, I'll tell you some of the things we know we can expect throughout this next year. There will be 4 new chapters, which means 4 new killers and their survivor counterparts, of course. In addition to that, there will be 4 tomes in the archives, diving deeper into our characters' lore. And with the narrative direction around the Observer's Tower going in a new direction, we're all super excited to watch that unfold.
What is this all about? We'll learn more over the coming year. It's really exciting. For some of you who have been with us over the past year, the 4 pillars will probably be known to you all. They're really things we have continuously worked upon over the last 6 years of the game. So our 4 pillars composing the roadmap for this year are game health, quality of life updates, live design, as well as our events. You want to give us a bit more info about the
Game health. Yeah, sure, I will. I would love to, Stefan. When we talk about game health, there are some aspects of game health that will always be ongoing priorities for us, such as security improvements and game performance optimizations. But this year, we're putting an added focus on matchmaking. We want to improve the matchmake wait times as much as we can, in addition to accounting for the various play styles we see throughout our community and rewarding them as such.
I heard that they were going to
when we
do
talk about
that.
matchmaking, though, it's also very much a quality of life topic, which segues very well into our second pillar,
It is an amazing segue, as if it was planned all along.
I've been wondering
pure
how they were
natural
gonna do the whole wait time listing
talking more
and
about
how
quality
they
of
were gonna
life,
do about that,
improvements and
because
updates. You
the
did talk
waiting
about
time
the
period
roadmap
of the
and how we
gameplay
continuously shift things
style
around and such. We
versus
used a lot
every
of the
single
feedback from the community to
individual
feed
of
into that.
survivors, let alone
And
a
as such,
killer, of
CSAT
how they
surveys are a really
play,
important part for that.
made me
forums,
wonder and
social
question how
networks,
they were
etc.,
gonna do that.
When we did
And seeing
announce
that now,
the,
there's a possibility of a good
autoban
fix.
feature during last year's
But hopefully
anniversary,
they
it was
actually
met
keep
with a
up
lot
with
of
that
mixed feelings from
idea.
the community. And as such, we really
Because
held up a bit to make
then,
sure we
for
were
those who are
doing
just
this
sitting
in the
there
best way
forever
possible.
waiting,
We know
especially
toxicity
killers.
as well as cheating
Here,
is
let me
something
pause
that
this
has
real
to
quick.
continuously be looked at and addressed. And
Especially with killers, since I usually play killer, off and on a lot, and same with, I'm a survivor main, obviously, we all know this, but whenever I do decide to play as killer, on the killer side of the spectrum, is forever waiting for so long to get into a fucking match, and it's so annoying, and it's so time consuming. So I really hope they actually keep their word to make it actually as fast-paced as possible, because if that's the thing that they're going to be going towards, that is actually a really good thing to have, because if you are keeping someone sitting there way too long, depending on the time and hour of whatever area that they're playing at, worldwide, doesn't matter if it's in the United States or not, just the world in general, depending on where you're at in time span, you should at least be able to get an instant game. Because the whole time and sitting and waiting for so long for a match, even for survivors, mind you, it's so long and hard to just sit and wait. Because it gets to the point of where a player, as myself, because there's been times where I've done it off stream, where I just sit and sat, and sit there for almost an hour and a half. I'm not even being over dramatic about this. This is actually legit for real. And this has been my opinion for the longest time off of stream, but now that I'm going to be able to say this, for the longest time, that was one of the main other reasons why I stopped playing Dead by Daylight, is because of the long waiting queues. And now that they're actually getting a possibility of fixing and addressing this issue, this actually will help their community growing better with actual gaming players who are very new and very old, or very gamers like myself coming back into the game, where they're able to actually play instead of sitting and waiting for fucking hours to get into a damn match. Rather, it's gonna be a sweat game, or a fast-paced game, or like a just park and fun kind of game. I don't know. But like, honestly, I would rather just get into the game, do what I gotta do, and get out as fast as I can. Rather it's winning or losing, either way I'm still having fun. But that is the main reason, like I said, and I'm gonna say this again, that is one of the main reasons why I stopped playing Dead by Daylight, was because of the long, stupid fucking queues. And I'm so glad to hear that they're addressing this now, because this will actually get me back into playing it, rather it being streamable, but plus, actually playing it off stream. Because during the times when I was streaming this, I legit had to think of little things to come up with to entertain you guys. Yes, it saddens me to say this out loud. Yes, I'm an entertainer. I'm a small streamer creator. I'm a content creator. I'm a small streamer. But there's only so much I can do when sitting here and waiting for a game, just as a viewer is. Because if I put it in the viewer aspect, because I've done this even in the viewer's shoes, I would sit there and stare at the streamer, thinking, okay, what's to do now, since we're sitting here waiting? And if they had nothing to say, or nothing to talk about, or had nothing to do, like, to interact with their community, or the viewers, per se, like followers or subscribers, or even lurkers, I should say this right now. If you had nothing to say, I'm already out. I'm already peaced out already by this point. Because if you don't have anything that's going to be entertaining with the community of your own branding that you're building, what is the point of you streaming? What is the point of you sitting in a long-ass queue, just doing nothing to talk to your supporters? That is why it took me a lot of guts to figure out fighting games such as, what's the game called? Hang on. This game here. I'll show it on stream. Words on Stream. This was the game I would always pull up anytime to at least entertain you guys. At most, it would fucking work because it would get me to interact with you guys as you are interacting with me as we're going on waiting for the cues. Including fucking Gartic Show or Gartic Phone or something else. I would pull up some games. Like mini games. Nowadays, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be real. Not many streamers like myself do that. They'll just sit there and wait. And it pisses me off. Yes, I'm taking my anger out and aggression a little bit out too hard on them, which I shouldn't be, but I'm sorry to say that. I won't bash names. I won't say names. But like you're not being interactive with your friends or your supporters, your family, whoever's supporting you in chat right here and at the moment. And all they're doing is just sitting. Twiddling their thumbs. Just sitting here waiting. Or whistling or playing something in the background like music. Which, music's fun and all, it's entertaining. But like, you gotta do more, you know? And it saddens me there's so many creators that are like that. Like I said, I'm not pointing fingers at Annika. I'm not pointing fingers at any other popular streamer that may do it or not. But, like, I'm so glad now that they're actually addressing this because since now that they're doing this, it will get those types of creators, the reason why I'm bringing this topic up, it will get those creators to be more engaging, to do things, instead of sitting there and doing nothing, you know? And regardless of the number, big or small of a creator, at least interact with your audience. That is my biggest pet peeve as a streamer.
The game to keep the game as safe as possible.
That is all I
As
got to
such,
say about that
Autobahn and
topic.
improvements to those systems is an important part for us that we're going to keep looking at this year. But we want to make sure.
Yeah, it's better to spend time playing instead of waiting. Yeah.
To dive a bit more into quality of life updates, we'll have Justin Banks and Aurélie Giraud talk a bit more about that in a future panel today, which I'm really looking forward to. But for now, is there anything you want to share with us about life design?
As a live game, constant iterations in our design and live balance updates are critical to keeping the game feeling fun, fresh, and exciting for our players. In addition to that, players' behaviors are constantly evolving, and we need to adapt to accommodate those new behaviors all the time. Matt Spriggins will be up shortly to talk more about the huge updates that we have coming and planned for this year in regarding live balance.
And huge is not an understatement.
Not an understatement at all. But one piece of news we're happy to break right now is that we're actively working on a major rework of the Raccoon City Police Department map that we released.
No! Don't tell me you're
Resident Evil
reworking.
chapter.
Motherfucker.
Expect to see that sometime this fall, but
No.
we will keep you updated as we near closer to the final release date.
Don't
I'm
do
very much
that.
looking forward to play.
Okay. Who here... I'm gonna be straight up real. Who here dissed on my fucking favorite map? The RPD map is by far one of my favorite maps. I don't want it to be redesigned. It took me forever. You hated it? Oh my god, I fucking love RPD. As a killer and survivor, it's fucking fun to play an RPD map. I've analyzed every single thing and how to move and go around as a survivor and killer. No, I fucking loved it. I love it with a passion. Bruh, I would love for them to bring back Stranger Things. Stranger Things map was amazing. And I wish that... Oh, man. I wish that they would at least give... Demogorgon and Nancy and Steve back to those who are able to play them. Because I got them at the last second. And I was going to buy all the cosmetics for Demogorgon and Nancy and Steve. But I didn't have the money at the time. So I just have their default skins and their Prestige Edition. Not Demogorgon, though. I don't have Demogorgon's Prestige yet. But I have Nancy and Steve's already. With the top and bottoms, I believe. Not the head yet. But, I really don't want them to redo it because I love RPD so much. What I hate is what they did to Michael Myers' map. I like the quality of how detailed and how good it was how they meshed the movies into the Dead by Daylight map scenery. But it feels so small now. Like, it's so tiny of the new map that it was reworked. It feels like the killer's so easy to get you instantly as a survivor. And it's so hard to play the new map, the reworked map version of that setting. I really hope they're not going to rework fucking RPD. That's just my opinion.
It's often been a difficult map to navigate and to play for players, and we're really looking forward to see how it can actually be brought up to the standards that we have today, and I'm looking for.
Yeah, I guess so,
but
said,
I'll jump into the event.
I really don't want RPD
map is an important aspect of the
redone.
game. It allows us to move the game in a direction that's a little bit farther off the beaten path, something that's not necessarily what you'd expect from Dead by Daylight, but do that as a time-based thing allows us to really do something completely
what I really want them to do is, I really wish...
This is really an opportunity for us to get communities together and to...
I really wish, I know I'm pausing it every so often, but I really wish that they would remaster or remap the farmer games. The farmer maps, the farm maps. Because the farm maps are so easy for me personally as a survivor and killer, because I know everything that there is in the farm maps. And I wish the only one they would fucking work on, the biggest map of them all that I hate so much with a passion, and it's the only map that I hate with a passion, is Larry's. I hate that map for a passion because it's a fucking maze. In my eyes, compared to RPD, RPD is not a maze to me versus Larry's, which is funny to say this out loud. A lot of people think it's the opposite. But for me, for some reason, I'm always, like, going in circles around everything. And it's so confusing with me and Larry's. It's like, I'm literally playing mouse and cat chase with a killer. And like a fucking maze puzzle world where I have to navigate myself as a mouse. Hell, even the killer as a mouse to be chased by cat survivors. Because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm the killer, and if there's a Larry's map that's being played, I get jump scared easily by the survivors more than I'm supposed to be giving them the jump scares. And it saddens me to say that. Alright, you have a good one, Ray. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for being supportive. And, yeah, no, it's weird to say that out loud, but everyone's opposite, everyone's got different
moments
opinions.
You're never going to forget. I always think back of that game you played of Dead by Daylight during that specific moment of the year. As we've always done over the last few years, we'll have 4 moments in the year that...
This is up to date now! It says it's up to date, but we'll get back to that in a bit.
We're going to celebrate through events, which are going to be our anniversary period coming up in a few weeks from now.
Thank you for loving
Halloween
the stream.
Period, the winter period, as well as the Lunar New Year period.
I would hope to see
These
your
4
lovely face
are really
again.
going to be the main ones for the year, but our cornerstone events are going to be Halloween and anniversary, since they're such big, important moments for the game. On top of those, we're also going to try and do more live activations, such as a login bonuses, Blood Rush that you're all familiar with, and boosted Rift Fragments collection.
Oh, I would love that.
For everyone to come back to the game and be more excited about playing Dead by Daylight more often, and be happy about the rewards they're getting through doing that. So
yeah, I would like
really
to
looking
have
forward
that.
to this year. It's really been an amazing one for us, and thank you so much, especially for the continued support throughout those 6 years. So, thank you, everyone.
By Daylight fans, I hope you're enjoying the 6th anniversary celebration of Dead by Daylight. I'm Matthias Claesen, I'm the director of the Recreational Fear Lab, and I'm here to talk to you about why people enjoy horror. Now, it might seem weird that folks like us voluntarily seek out frightening entertainment, but it's actually very common and for good scientific reason. It is part of human nature to find pleasure in playing with fear. It's what kids do when they play hide and seek, and it's what we do when we play Dbd. When you're playing as a survivor, you're reenacting an ancient evolutionary drama. You're trying to stay alive in a dangerous world by outrunning and outsmarting a bloodthirsty predator. Your whole body is in survival mode, heart racing to prepare you for fight or flight. You get that invigorating adrenaline kick, and if you escape the killer, you're rewarded with a flood of feel-good neurotransmitters, such as dopamine.
Yep.
Playing as a killer is different. You're immersing yourself in that same ancient scenario of predation. But now it's about catching your prey and the ecstasy of the hunt. It's that same adrenaline kick, but the reward is not the nerve-tingling relief of survival. It's the exhilarating delight of victory, the thrill of the kill. So, when you play DBD, you're satisfying a primal desire for threat simulation, for playing with fear. But you're also satisfying another primal desire, namely the desire for story. Because DBD isn't just about the hunt. It's also about exploring the rich and constantly evolving narrative world of the game.
Yep.
Whether you're out for survival or blood, I wish you good luck on your next journey into the fog.
Oh, I want those shirts so bad. Oh my god. I want them so bad. They're so adorable. I love them.
The killer is coming, but the generator is almost complete. What do you do? A. Hit the last skill check. B. Run. C. Let the killer grab you. D. Blow up the generator.
A, obviously. I hit the last skill check and then get the fuck out. Alright. One thing's for sure. I gotta run to the restroom. I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to run to the bathroom real quick. I'm sorry. But my final answer is A. Because, I would fucking finish the generator and I would fucking run. Run from the hills. Okay. So, I'm gonna let this go through for a second. Yeah, a lot of people clicked A. I figured. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say.
Hi there.
I do
I'm
like
Matt,
the scenery
design director on Dead by Daylight.
of how they did
I work
that.
with Dave.
That's super cool. They got all the actual props and everything. That's super neat. I actually like that.
The creative director, and the rest of the DBD game design team, on everything from updating and balancing our existing content to the development of all our new chapters and game features. I'm really happy to be back with you once more for this 6th anniversary broadcast. The upcoming year is going to be a really big one for Dead by Daylight, so I'm excited to share 3 key updates that our team of talented designers have been working on. An overhaul of our killer and survivor perks, a rework of our approach to prestige and progression, and finally, an update on the changes to the Memento Mori system. One of the main goals for the game design team is to explore new ways that we can keep the player experience in Dead by Daylight fresh and fun for both new players entering our universe and for our highly engaged expert players with hundreds or even thousands of hours in the game. In listening to our players and reviewing our own data, we've found that some of the most consistent feedback is that in our high-level matches, meta perks have essentially taken over, meaning that players are consistently seeing the same perk loadouts again and again for every killer and every survivor. Looking at our data, there's a clear gap between the most popular perks for each role.
Hello!
On the killer side,
Welcome on in,
these
dog.
are Corrupt Intervention,
How are you
Scourge
today?
Hook Pain Resonance.
We are actually... Oh, no! Shit!
Dis-
Fuck. I've fucked up. Okay, here we go. I think we're right here. Okay. I'm gonna just stop right here. Hello, dog. Welcome on in. I fucked up. So, we're watching the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary broadcast because I didn't get to watch it live when it actually was broadcast because I was asleep. So, and I also was having issues with Dead by Daylight with my sync cloud. So we're taking a break from Dead by Daylight and we switched to just chatting for now. And everyone gets to hear my reaction to the broadcast. Plus, for those who didn't get to see the broadcast. Wait, Kitty, is this your brother? Like legit your brother? Ooh. But welcome on in, doggo.
Content to the development of all our new chapters and game features.
Sorry, guys, I kind of fucked up there.
I'm really happy to be back with you once more for this 6th anniversary broadcast.
Welcome on
The
in.
upcoming year is going
Siblings
to be a really
unite,
big one
yes.
for Dead by Daylight, so I'm excited to share
Snowblitz
3 key
is my
updates
brother,
that our
actually,
team of
so...
talented designers
yeah.
have been working on. An overhaul of our killer and survivor perks, a rework of our approach to prestige and progression, and finally, an update on the changes to the Memento Mori system.
Memento Mori.
One of the main goals for the game design team is to explore new ways that we can keep the player experience in Dead by Daylight fresh and fun for both new players entering our universe and for our highly engaged expert players with hundreds or even thousands of hours in the game. In listening to our players and reviewing our own data, we've found that some of the most consistent feedback is that in our high-level matches, meta perks have essentially taken over, meaning that players are consistently seeing the same perk loadouts again and again for every killer and every survivor. Looking at our data, there's a clear gap between the most popular perks for each role. On the killer side, these are Corrupt Intervention, Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, Barbecue and Chili,
Oh my
Hex
god.
Ruin, and Pop Goes the Weasel.
Fucking
And
Hex
for
Ruin
survivors,
and...
Dead Hard, Decisive Strike, Borrowed Time, Iron Will, and of course, Self-Care. With little motivation to explore different perk loadouts, this can naturally lead to a feeling of gameplay becoming stale.
Yeah,
Therefore,
it is.
in the coming months, we'll be releasing a major update that will rework and rebalance roughly 40 killer and survivor perks, including the ones that I've just mentioned.
Oh,
This is aimed at
okay.
eliminating these clear, dominant perk trends and strategies that we've been seeing in the game for a while. There will also be some small
that's
baseline
good.
gameplay adjustments that we would like to share with you a little bit closer to the release date.
Okay.
So, we'll keep monitoring, keep reviewing, and keep
Let me pause
adjusting
this real
our
quick. That is actually good information because I have seen so many fucking killers play and placed Barbecue and Chili, Hex Ruined, and so many others. And then when it's fucking survivors, it's like self-care or self-heal, Dead Hard, DS. DS I haven't really seen much personally on my end. But if I'm playing with someone, they'll play DS. Because I don't really play DS as much. But Dead Hard, I will play it constantly, off and on, because I actually personally like Dead Hard. And another one of my main favorites is Adrenaline. Adrenaline's one of my #1 top favorite of perks for Survivor. But to think about that, how they're going to redo them, that is actually really good. In all honesty. Yes, it's going to be a bummer to bring down the main majority of big popular perks. But I think that's actually going to actually help some people out to play different perks and items and whatnot, because if anything, it is getting very stale because of how players play the way that they're playing, regardless if you're a killer or survivor. Because if you're replaying the same perks over and over and over again, it gets old. And honestly, that's not playable. But that is actually a good idea that they're doing
a collection of perks in this way,
in my
on a
opinion.
more regular basis, to make sure that we avoid these meta perks becoming consistent trends for extended periods, whilst opening up the gateway for new undiscovered metas to emerge.
Yeah, that's good.
With this upcoming focus on balance, we're also working on an update to make perks easier to acquire and encourage more exploration of new combinations in perk loadouts. In an upcoming patch, we'll be releasing a rework of Dead by Daylight's prestige system, aimed at reducing the grind in the game by giving players more direct, quick, and easy access to perks, something that will improve the quality of life not only for our long-term dedicated players, but especially new players looking to get into the game.
Okay. That is really good information there. For prestiging characters, especially some people who are full-time game players, like myself, or just anyone that's new that are learning to prestige, that's actually good information, and I'm actually happy to hear about that for once. To hear about that.
Our current prestige system is optional, and it awards a bloodied version of the base cosmetic outfit, whilst resetting the perks, add-ons, and items in the character's inventory. This update will change how this works entirely.
Good.
When this feature releases, prestiging a character for the first time will instantly unlock that character's Tier 1 personal perks on all other killers or survivors, making them immediately available in their loadouts.
Good.
We know that our players are hoping that the RNG gods provide them with barbecue and chili in their early blood webs.
Okay, that is something really good to hear. I'm actually fucking happy to hear about that. Oh my god, thank you.
However, with this
fucking
feature,
finally,
you simply prestige the cannibal to prestige level 1, 2, or 3 to unlock all of Leatherface's perks at the corresponding tier for every other killer.
Okay, yeah.
This will significantly reduce the grind and completely eliminate the random chance needed to acquire specific teachable perks through the Blood Web system. Of course, it's worth mentioning the prestige level won't be capped at just 3, so you'll be able to show your dedication to a particular character by raising them well beyond that.
Oh!
Additionally, the act of prestiging will not remove their perks, items, or add-ons. So there's no longer an associated reset of the character, if you will.
Good!
For those who haven't yet prestiged their characters, we're also working on a fair way to still reward players for their time investment and dedication.
Fucking finally! Don't take my shit!
Fans can expect both the prestige and perk updates to drop around.
I'm sorry for pausing. That is fucking good information, bro. Bruh. That is good because my Fang Min has been level fucking 50 for the longest fucking time, and I've been so scared to bring prestige her. Because, number one, yes, I would like to have the bloody version. However, I have so many fucking items. I have so many fucking perks on her from all the other fucking characters that I fucking own. I've been so dead scared to fucking prestige her and lose all my progress. Now finding out this fucking information, I'm fucking excited when this actually is a thing. Because I'm going to test this on a different character, mind you. Because I'm not going to do it on Fangman straight away, obviously, because I'm not fucking stupid. But, like, oh my god, yes! Fucking finally doing that. Makes it so much better.
During a major release this summer.
Oh.
Finally, I would like to close things out with some news on the Mori updates that we shared last year. While it's still coming, we have slightly adjusted our approach to the system based on research, feedback, and prototyping iteration. We've arrived at something that feels more straightforward, yet still accomplishes the same goals that we set out with. The change to the system will still remove the Mori ability from offerings, focusing instead on rewarding efficient killer play, but will be incorporating the Mori animation as more of a natural ending to the match. This is something that we're currently calling the finisher Mori. When a killer downs the last survivor standing, rather than drawing things out and having them pick up and hook the survivor, we'll instead transition immediately and automatically to the killer's Mori animation, allowing them to close things out in style, and in a way that you would expect from an unstoppable killing machine.
Really?
There's also a few other additional changes coming with this system that we're not quite ready to share.
Okay. I kind of like that. I mean, at least give some survivors some escape hope. But, like, if the killer's super quick to do the inaction, that's actually pretty dope. Okay.
Yet. But we're hoping to release the new Mori system as part of our Halloween update this year.
Oh,
So
Halloween
look out for
update. Okay. I see
While
you.
we couldn't cover all of the details of these updates in the span of one segment, anyone looking for more information can head over to our website, deadbydaylight.com, following the broadcast. Thank you as always for the support. We can't wait to get these updates into your hands as soon as possible to see your amazing reactions. Thanks again, and see you in the fog.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to Macmillan Estate for Dead by Daylight's 6th anniversary. I'm Justin, one of the senior product managers on the game.
And I'm Aurélie, producer on Dead by Daylight. And what a cool set we're on today.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I hear there's some traps around, but we'll be a little careful.
Yeah, we'll try.
So last year, Aurélie and I were here with all of you.
I want her Jeff top. That's all I'm gonna say. I just want her Jeff top.
Just to talk about the pillars for the year. But I think some other guys on the team have that covered. So this year we're here to talk about the quality of life updates that are coming to the game for year 7. And now, while it's always our goal to give you the most accurate picture of what's coming and when, the reality is that deadlines can shift as well as priorities. And we live in a pretty
you guys
weird
were in an
world
ad?
these days, so there's a lot of external factors as well.
Okay, raise your hand. Say me if you missed what I said about the auto Mori. Let me know, because I'll re-say what I said about the auto Mori. Because, I'll just say it regardless. So, I like the idea of the auto Mori at the end. However, at least give some, survivors some aspect to at least, escape. I just hope it's not instant down for one fucking survivor. Because if so, that makes me question about hatch as well. Because the last survivor either has to go to the door or hatch. Now, it makes me question and wonder, is hatch going to still be available? Which, obviously, it has to be available. Because if not, then what's the escape thing? I get it for some killers that want the final Mori, which is the final showing of actually end screen, which is really good, which I actually applauded for that. But at least give the decency of a survivor to at least run and actually get the thrill of the chase. Not instantly do it when the other killer, the other survivor just gets hooked and get killed. I hope it's actually where you have to actually get the chase and select the Mori instead of getting autoed the scene of the Mori, basically, of wherever the survivor was at. That was my mind thought process.
So, I mean, that all being said, we are going to work to have the most open dialogue with our players. So if something changes...
But overall, it's really good idea how they're doing that now.
We are going to be communicating and let you know if something shifts, changes, removes, added, really at all. We're going to make sure that you guys know about it. That being said, let's get to it.
Yes, and that's really cool because today when you will open the PTB, the first thing that you will notice is this new vertical layout that we have. The idea behind this is we were running out of space with the current one, and we wanted to add more clarity and
Hang
also
on.
make some information way more visible to play.
Hang on.
We're going to make sure that you guys know about it. That being said, let's get to it.
I'll hydrate here in just a
Yes,
second.
and that's really cool because today when you will open the PTB, the first thing that you will notice is this new vertical layout that we have.
That's really cute. I actually like that. That setup is really good. Sorry, I had to hydrate there for a second. But yeah, no, that's actually really interesting. It's very cute and organized on the side, and you can see the survivors and the killers, of course, on the sidebar. But, yeah, that actually looks really neat and tidied, how they did that.
The idea behind this is we were running out of space with the current one, and we wanted to add more clarity and also make some information way more visible to players.
Yeah, information more visible.
Like, for example, some text in some languages, they will have more space, but also when we have an event or something happening in the game, now you will be able to see right away when you enter in the game what is happening and how long it will take. You won't have to go through different screens, navigate through the game to get access to this information.
And so I think if I can kind of nail down something cool for everybody is that I don't have to go into the archives to see how long is left in the rift.
Correct.
I'll see it right on the main menu.
Yeah, that's
We'll have the
interesting.
exact timer, how long it will take until the end of the rift. And that's part of what will make just the navigation easier and the information
is
easier
very
to find
cool.
in Dead by Daylight. Another feature that will be also available today for the PTB, and I think that one will be really appreciated.
I think so. I think this one is one of those that players have been asking for quite some time.
That's true. So that's the preset loadout. In the loadout screen now you will be able to have different saves, up to 3 for the moment, for your offering, perks, add-on, items. So you will be able to adapt your playstyle according to what you want to play.
Exactly. So I mean, if you guys want to create one loadout for goofy perks, one for playing by yourself, one for playing as a team, you just change those with the press of a button. No longer are you looking through, this whole inventory of perks that we have.
Right?
Okay.
It will be your choice to decide between hardcore and casual games. Something else, you'll be also able to save loadouts for your cosmetics. So if you have different style and you're always like wondering which one to use, well, now it will be extremely useful, easy for you to switch between them. And for both the main
Hi,
menu
babe.
and the preset loadout, we really think that the two features, they will bring more comfort and ease for the player. And we are really looking into feedback. So please, when you grab the PTB today, share your feedback about these two improvements. This will help you to create the best quality of life improvement in the future as well for you. But that's for today.
Okay.
So what is happening for the next upcoming releases?
Right. So for that, we've got some other
Okay,
upcoming
so that's
features to share
somewhat
with everybody out
interesting.
there. So one of the
I don't know how I feel about the cosmetics dressing up the character and stuff. But overall, I kind of like that layout and how the design looks really good. I'm fine, babe. And the design work of how that looks and how it really is subtle and very viewable and organized in that way.
The main ones that we actually announced last year, do you remember? I think we were both there. It was matchmaking incentives. So what we mean when we're talking about this is when players are matchmaking, we try to establish a good ratio of 4 survivors to 1 killer. And whether or not this ratio is imbalanced one way or another depends on your server, depends on your time of day. So what we are doing is we are providing players with extra blood points to play as the role that is most needed on their server, at that time of day when they're online.
Oh,
I think it's going
okay.
to be pretty useful for our players.
Correct. And with the new layout that we just mentioned, like it will be really
That
easy
is
for the player
actually
to
useful.
see in front, like on which queue they they should go if they want to have the less waiting time.
Exactly. As soon as you log in, you're going to know which role needs you the most. So if you're there for BP or if you're there just to have fun with your friends, I mean, really, we're giving you so many more options. I think it's going to be a great experience once this is introduced. Not even that, but while you're in this matchmaking, trying to get that incentive, we are doing what we're calling a game flow refactor.
Okay.
Very techie name, I know, but if we break it down, it's really giving you guys the opportunity to navigate around the game while you're waiting in the queue. So when you're waiting in matchmaking, with your friends alone, what have you, you'll now be able to browse the store, check out some really cool outfits, some other areas of game.
You're
and
shitting
even
me.
check out the archives.
Yes!
So if you want to change your challenges or read some lore while you're waiting, that's all up to you.
Yeah, and I really love this feature because it feels like not a big change, but actually it will just bring so much comfort and remove so much frustration that I really like the fact
That is good.
the navigation will be easy and you won't have any... it will be...
Good. I fucking like that idea.
And so now we're already making it more accessible to get to the archives for players by doing this, by putting the timer for the Rift on the main menu, but we're also doing some more updates to the archives coming later this year. So 2 of the main changes that I think players will appreciate right off the bat is now you can have 1 survivor active challenge and a killer active challenge. So no switching back and forth or anything crazy like this, no starting a killer match while having a survivor challenge.
Oh, that looks so good.
Actually, it will be super cool because with the matchmaking incentive you just mentioned before, well, if you see that the survivor queue is
that's
better
fucking
for the
good.
moment, and you have a killer challenge on, you won't have to go back to the archive, switch the challenge just because you want to go to the survivor queue and lose time.
But you could queue, and then you could change it, because now we let you. And so what would happen is as you find a match, we'll give you a notification full screen that you finished whatever you're doing, and then bring you into the match. So I think that's going to be a very fun experience for players. But getting ahead of ourselves, one of our other big features that we're updating in the archives is your ability to view a full outfit within the Rift. So, I think we've both visited the Rift page quite a bit now that it's been out for a while. So now if a player selects a piece of a cosmetic from an outfit in that Rift, there's going to be an available button to click to view the full outfit as a preview. So if you're not keeping up to date with our amazing marketing trailers that are showing off all of these cool renders, you can view it from directly in the game. And then go watch the marketing trailer after, because they do a lot of work on these and they're very cool. Well, we're obviously trying to get a lot of these changes out for this fall in one of our upcoming archives releases, alongside some other yet-to-be unannounced archive stuff, which we're keeping a little hush-hush now. But it's the 3rd anniversary of the archives, so we're trying to put something really special together for you guys. But we've got another big feature in the works, and I think I'll let you spill the beans on this one.
Yes, and this one, I think, our player, you are going to love it. So we have decided, do you remember last year when we talked about bots?
Not at all.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will do. So when we talk about bots, actually this year, by the end of the year, we really want to introduce bots in custom match. So the idea here is we want to give the player, like if you're missing a friend in a group, if you don't have any friends at all, or if you just want to play chill and try to learn a new killer, well, you will be able to do that in a custom match and just fill out the matches with
really?
Bots. So that will be extremely simpler for you to play. And we feel like for some player it could be intimidating to play a new killer or to just learn a new one. And this will actually be a safe environment for them to try and remove the pressure that you can have sometime when you're in a real match.
For sure. And
really? That's useful information.
Sometimes, but
I'm actually
new maps
surprised
as well,
that they're bringing that up
There's
now.
some new loops that you need to learn.
That's
so
actually
it's a great
really
way for
good.
Players to be able to practice those as well. Use an old killer, use old survivors as bots, and just try out whatever map you want.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
That is really
and
good information to hear about that for custom matches now.
For timeline, and we're targeting this winter for this one to be out.
Okay, the winter time for that to be out. Okay.
I'm a bad killer, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
And I think you still have 2 features that you would like to talk about this today?
I do. So these ones are a bit smaller, but I think our players and streamers will also be interested on both of these.
Okay.
So the first one I'll discuss is what we're calling streamer mode or anonymous mode.
Oh.
Still undecided, still in development, so the name may change. But the basic premise of this is to make sure that all of our players feel safe as they're playing the game. So that we're obscuring your name or the name of your friends as they're playing, so that no toxic players or ne'er-do-wells inside or outside the game can find it and target you in some way.
Oh.
And for the security, that's a huge plus as well.
That's
absolutely. So
good.
we just want our players to feel safe as they're playing our game, and we hope that this is a great tool to actually let them do it. Now, the other feature is, I guess, all about the survivors not feeling so safe, which is our updated wiggle system. So if you've been paying attention to Dead by Daylight, I know we have, talking to you, for the past few months, we've been testing out our updated system under our beta tab, so players were able to opt in and try it out. So whereas previously the wiggle system was mashing 2 buttons back and forth, keyboard, controller, whatever you chose, now it's instead a skill check. So during the beta, we were all listening to a lot of our player feedback, so our design team has really taken that into account, and with those changes, we're going to make it a permanent feature in the future.
Good.
And on behalf of the team, really thank you for using the beta tabs. It was really, really useful for us to collect all this information and to see how you feel about new changes that we just want to make sure that all the changes that we introduce in the game are the correct ones.
Yeah, I know we all love the PT
Okay.
to try out new content, but this let us really bring in all of our console players who have been asking for a way, and all of their input, especially given that it was very controller heavy, is really appreciated.
And sometimes we just need more time also to get the feedback.
It certainly helps. So with all of these, we also have some other smaller features that we weren't really able to fit in here.
Okay, let me pause.
So head on over to our website at deadbydaylight.com.
Let me pause this. So, for the beta wiggle feature, since I use it a lot, I personally love it. Some people don't. I wish that they keep it as a feature of your choice. I will say that right now. Make it a choice of what type of wiggle feature you want. Don't make someone forcefully choose a wiggle fit. Because, I'm going to say this right now. My girlfriend, who just came into chat, she doesn't like the new beta wiggle feature. She likes the whole AD function. I don't get it. I never did. The wiggle feature for me, when it was doing AD, was a bitch for me, for keyboard. It may be different for controller, because I didn't play controller often at all. Or, at all, I should say. But for the new feature for the beta version, when it does the skill check, which is the spacebar, I've loved it since day one. She didn't like it, so she preferred the whole old-fashioned one. Now, where I'm going with this is, I would rather it have to make it your choice of choosing which playstyle you want for the wiggle. In all honesty, they should do that instead of making a force of the beta onto people who don't like the wiggle system. For the new system, that is. They probably will give you the option to pick which wiggle. Yeah, maybe. But we'll see, honestly. But from the looks of it, from what they're explaining in this broadcast, it looks like the beta is well used for top priority on their list. So my assumption with my opinion is still staying the same.
To read a bit more after the segment.
And we really hope you're excited about all the features that we announced today. I know we are, and we expect that you will enjoy this anniversary with us. And we hope you a very good Dead by Daylight experience here.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the broadcast, everybody.
Thank you.
My name's Jason. I'm a fog whisperer, and to me, Dead by Daylight is more than just a game. It's a lifestyle. I'm heading to a parkour gym to work with professional tag athletes. I want to learn how I can apply my Dbd'S skills in real life.
Do you ever just crouch at the chaser to get them angry?
World Chase Tag is a team-on-team competition where one team throws in a chaser, one team throws in an invader, and the one rule is don't get caught.
Wait, what? This is a thing?
In chase tag, are you using vaulting? Because in DBD, when I'm being chased, vaulting is a pretty powerful evasion tool.
Yeah, vaulting gives you a very easy way of getting an obstacle in between you or whoever's chasing you.
So, what about slow vaults?
What?
To see my full training adventure, head to the Dead by Daylight YouTube page later this week.
Yikes. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. When that comes out, I'll do a review of that too. But God, I want that hoodie so bad. Mommy, please step on me. Please. Man. So far, I'm actually really liking this.
The killer is in pursuit. What do you do? A. Drop the pallet. B. Use dead hard. C. Loop forever. Or D. Crouch furiously.
Okay, this one's debatable, depending on the killer itself. I would either choose A, C, or B. Or A, B, C in that order. But, I think I'm gonna probably, logically, depending on the killer, I would probably pick B.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Ashley, the associate producer on Dead by Daylight. I'm joined by Xavier,
If you
our
crouch,
director.
you're just gonna piss them off even more, and you're
our
gonna slow
project
yourself
manager.
down as a survivor.
A big part of what makes Dead by Daylight so great are the characters. And telling the stories is one of the best part of our job. While a lot of storytelling is happened through lore, there's also a way for us to tell the story through the art and the visual. Today, we want to share with you a bit about the process of the collection that inspires us. We want to break some news about new announcement of a brand new collection we've been anxious to share with you guys for a while.
Yes, thank you, Josh. Well, let's take a moment to talk about like what's behind the several outfits and collection we provide to players during the year. So, artistically, the approach is different when we work on our own contents and when we work with licenses. When we do our own, we often look this as a way to put our own spin to icons and events everybody's familiar with. A great example is the Halo Blight collection. It's really our take on Halloween. You know, rather than creating cosmetics around traditional vampires, witches, werewolves, we decided to do something more unique, to tell a unique story. And we have like our killers, we made them, more horrific due to a substance linked to the entity. The result, I think, is unexpected, more original. The lore and art direction have been reinforced at the same time, and we get to celebrate Halloween in a way that's very true to Dead by Daylight.
So on my side, the product goal is to create collections like this for all seasons. These collections would be something that we could return to and add to every year, but on our own terms, in a way that's creative for Xavier, but also not feeling like too generic or too easy.
Maybe Joash, you could share with us the different steps on the production to create these visuals.
Sure thing. So as you know, Rose has got a good idea of what the type of collection that she wants. So afterward, I think the first step is to talk to the narrative team. The idea behind it is to make sure that we have a good idea and make sure also like it's kind of related to the character. So the cosmetic that we want is related to the character, the story background,
Okay.
and the lore. Afterward, we need to talk to the concept artists. They're the one who's going to put on paper pretty much with the art director and the concept art to put on paper pretty much the idea that we want as cosmetics. So and also this is the time for us to put in detail what we want. So meaning like the accessories, the detail, and the type of material that we want. Once we're done, the character team can use those concepts to start their modeling phase. So pretty much to have the 3D model ready.
Mm-hmm. So in the case of the Fire Moon Festival, we created this in tribute to the Mid-Autumn Festival that is celebrated in so many Asian countries. And it is our own DBD-specific event that boasts like concerts and celebrations that are surrounding the full Fire Moon. And it's a celebration of life and also a reflection upon death.
Yeah.
So another part of creating this event ourselves was to be able to include a wider variety of characters into the collection. So, for example, those that didn't have an Asian heritage.
We should talk also about licenses because today, right now, we have something really important to share with the fans. Right, Rose?
Yeah, indeed. So another interesting part of working on these collections is being able to work with existing licenses as well. So we're able to introduce new stories and other brands that we love also into the world of Dead by Daylight. Speaking of which, anime and mangas are widely requested from our fans around the world. And we're really excited to be able to announce today a new collection that's right around the corner, one that marks DBD's first major crossover with an anime title. So
Really?
without further ado,
Attack on Titan, yeah, collection coming soon. Okay, I want to see how this is gonna go.
So many of us on Dead by Daylight team are big fan of anime, especially Attack on Titan. The process of creating new outfits based on the new collection based on Dead by Daylight has been really, really exciting. We're thrilled to be including 10 different outfits for both survivor and killers, and also we need to say some surprise for later on. I think we can still give some glimpse of the concept art for Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because, working on Attack on Titan was a great challenge, but really exciting one.
So
first,
how is this
we had to
integrating with Dead by
assimilate,
Daylight?
The iconic aspect of the 2D art direction from the show and adapt it on 3D. Making sure the characters remain themselves even if applied on DBD characters. And because they are not legendary outfits, the goal was not to reskin them and transform them into something way too different from our more realistic art direction. So we then came with bigger eyes, etc. We felt it more like, okay, we could create great cosplay of this character. Our mindset was more, what if our DBD characters were part of the Attack on Titan universe? And from who are they closer in their personalities and appearances? So it was really important for us to select some of our favorite characters from Attack on Titan, and so we could focus on some aspect of each to match our DBD personalities. We have Eren, one of the heroes of the show, and we have Dwight. Dwight, in a sense, is one of our heroes also on DBD. He's here since years, and we kept the details of Dwight, like having the iconic glasses, the messy hair, and even with the equipment of Attack on Titan, we made sure the equipment isn't straight, and we have nothing's perfect because it's Dwight.
Nothing's perfect because it's Dwight.
For her, it was easier because we have Zarina also, and it was a perfect match. She's a scientist that investigates on Titans, and with Zarina, they are both very inquisitive and investigators that work well. To keep the details of Zarina herself, we gave her eye patch, but not the glasses because she doesn't wear glasses. The Armor Titan is there, we have it as an ultra rare cosmetic for the Oni.
Yeah.
And not only was a good match because we apply this skin in one of our largest killer of the game, but also we were able to use his crystal form for the rage mode. And while the base of the crystals are blue in the show, we tinge them with a red VFX to represent the traditional Oni blood rage for the game.
That's it for us. We hope you enjoyed the behind the look scene and also our new collection that we just showed you. Of course, we're going to keep an eye for more Attack on Titan news. Thank you.
心臓を捧げよう。
I don't know how I feel about that. It's cute. Oh, we get to actually have my reaction to this. Okay. Oh, she's a new character. I would love to play her. Honestly, I would really love to play her. I don't know about the whole Attack on Titan collab thing. Oh. June 7th. Nice.
Hi everyone. I'm
That
the
is
creative director on Dead by Daylight, and I'm super glad to be here today to share the newest content for our latest.
Honestly, I don't
and
really
of course,
like.
to celebrate the 6th anniversary.
I didn't like the Attack on Titan skins.
The
I didn't
tradition
enjoy
is
them at
to
all.
Tell you all the content that's going to be in the chapter, and this time we're quite excited. We're changing the recipe a little bit, and we're doing an original chapter. So this new chapter is called Roots of Dread, and it's a full chapter.
Maybe when they actually come out and I can look at them in game, or like in the actual game itself, when all this is actually out and about, I'll give a better review, like an actual proper review, because these are just design works. These are just artworks of them drawing the actual thought process. When it's actually fully out, I'll give my actual my opinion about it.
New survivor, a new killer, and a new map within a new realm of the entity. That's quite exciting. So the story for the chapter revolves around a town, a perfect town. Well, a town that seems to be perfect. But of course, the residents are hiding something terrible. They're hiding secrets and a darkness. And when that darkness starts to bubble up to the surface, it creates our newest killer, the Dredge. So let's talk about it a little bit. So the Dredge is inspired by the Boogeyman, a story that is global and is known around many cultures. It's a domestic fear. It's a monster that is really close to us, that is in our familiar environment, inside our house, under our bed, in our wardrobes. And that's the type of creature we wanted to feature and create. So it is the physical representation of the darkness of the whole town, of their secrets. And it is a weird and strange creature, a monster. It has an impossible biology featuring various limbs and different parts. It is emotionless, and it's impossible to plead for your life when in front of this creature. We wanted to make sure to create a visceral scare when facing this creature. It's a bit like when you're having a nightmare, and you know it was super scary when you wake up, but you can't exactly put your finger on what it was that you've seen. The visual design of the Dredge is quite unique. It's a first for Dead by Daylight killers. It's a monster, recreated by different limbs, different heads, claws, pincers, tentacles, and we wanted to make sure that you, the player, would be able to customize as you wanted this monster. What's really cool as well for the cosmetic is that we are able to explore themes that are organic, but also constructs, like this amazing cosmetic that features dolls. All right, now let's move on to the power of the Dredge.
Oh no.
So when playing the Dredge, we wanted you to feel like you're the embodiment of darkness.
I'm already not liking this already. You guys know my fear of dolls. Those that do know about it, or those that are new that don't know about it. I'm terrified of antique dolls, like glass porcelain dolls. And if that is it, oh my god. The moment I have one glance to look at it, I'm gonna be out. Unfortunately. I don't know if that might grow my fear versus against Victor. Because Victor looks like a plastic doll to me. And I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that in all honesty.
Of fear itself. We wanted to recreate that feeling of a monster that's really close to us, that lives in your house. And so, there are two phases to the power. The first phase is the ability to use lockers to teleport from and to. So, of course, this is great for map movement. You'll be able to travel the map really quickly. But it's also great to surprise survivors that are nearby lockers, and even survivors that are hiding inside the lockers.
Oh, that's gonna fuck with me more.
Night cycle, and this is where it gets really interesting. So, based on action the Dredge will make and some passive abilities, the night cycle will build on the survivor. When it is finally completed, night cycle will trigger, and a darkness will engulf the survivor.
Oh.
This darkness makes it very difficult to navigate, especially in chases. And the only thing the survivor can see in the distance will be the Dredge itself. That's really creepy, and will for sure make the survivor make mistakes.
I don't like that.
Of course, the Dredge comes with 3 unique perks. We won't go into the details of these perks today, but I can say that they are themed around chaos, secrets, and corruption. Okay, now let's move on to our newest survivor.
Okay.
She's called Hattie Core. And you might know her from some archive entry that appeared in the past. She appeared 3 times in the archive, actually. So Hattie has a dual heritage. She is born in northern India, but was raised by her adoptive family in Quebec. And so this will be an interesting background to explore through her different cosmetic and also through future archive entries. Addie has a very unique ability to see bleeds. These are areas of the world where the entity's influence intersect with our world. And so Hattie had her share of paranormal adventures and encounters with dreadful beasts from the entity's world, strange creature. And actually we can see on her body all sort of scratch and marks from these encounters.
Oh, wow.
Of course, Addie will come with 3 unique perks added to the roster of abilities that the survivors are able to equip and use.
She's fucking thick, man.
These are themed around
She's gonna be
insight,
thick mommy
proficiency
Jane
with
in the
occult
thick
items
ass
and
booty
her home
jeans.
temerity. And finally, let's talk about the map.
Okay,
so
the map
this time
I'm
around,
interested
we're
in.
really excited to introduce a new realm for this chapter. So really, we are going back to the roots of horror, to a classic, something that we see numerous times into different horror novels, movies, and other horror material. And this is a small American town.
Okay.
So we wanted to make sure that we created something domestic, something familiar. And so for the Dredge map called the Garden of Joy, we are featuring one of the house of the perfect town that we talked about earlier. This house looks perfect from the outside. It is like a ghost sitting in the middle of a gloomy forest created by the entity.
Okay.
And when you go inside that house, you'll see how twisted and wrong it is, just like the residents that are hiding all of this darkness in secret.
Huh, okay.
What's really cool about this new realm is that in the future, we will be able to explore it again, but in other contexts than in the Dredge perfect town. So this realm is built from different memories, from different characters. And so we'll be able to explore different cities wrapped inside that same realm. All right, that was the whole content of our newest chapter, Roots of Dread. I hope you are as excited as us to try this new content. And you'll be able to do so right after this event as we go live on the PTB. The chapter will become available to all on June 7th.
June 7th.
So thank you again for listening today, and thank you for an incredible year of Dead by Daylight.
Huh.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Dr.
Alrighty
Tyler Brown,
then.
Emergency Physician, and this is Dead by Daylight. Alright, so why is this person sitting? Oh, now that's actually kind of dope. It looks like he was injured or something, and she came through and rubbed this man's back. Look, if we could start prescribing back rubs in the emergency department, I promise you, I would let the thing
Are they
fly.
changing
Everybody,
the
you get a
healing
back rub.
aspect?
You get a back rub straight up on some, Oprah level stuff. It's actually funny because there is evidence that back rubs help. They help physiologically. People say that it lowers heart rate, lowers blood pressure. Curative back rub for everybody, all right? Let's get it popping. Next video. Yo, I've seen it. All in your back. Wait a minute, bro. Oh, dude, no. Wait a minute. All right.
Oh, okay.
I had to pause. One. This man got thrown on a hook. And I've seen this in a bunch of different movies. So it's really accurate. These like butcher hooks are real. Obviously, if someone ended up on one, it was intentional, in my opinion. From that angle, I'm pretty sure it's piercing, one of the ventricles of the heart, right? So the heart, we know it's like this, right? That left ventricle is kind of posterior and it sits to the side as if I took a football and held it, with the laces kind of downward, right? So if that goes through that left ventricle, man, he's dead. There ain't no pulling yourself up off of it. No, sir. I don't believe it.
It's in
He's
the
not walking away from
shoulder.
this at all. That's a fact. If you're enjoying this analysis, make sure you head over to Dead by Daylight's YouTube channel for the full video later on this week, okay? Happy 6th anniversary, y'all. Peace.
Alrighty then. Okay. I guess that's another video we get to react to at some point in the future. Okay, it's the official tops for the shop thing.
You see a lit hex totem. What do? A. Disassemble it. B. Leave it be. Probably haunted ground. C. Turn it into a boon totem. D. Point at it, but let your teammates deal with it.
Okay, it's debatable. Depending on who the killer is and in what perk I'm running for boon to turn to a boon totem, that depends. Usually I pick A out of the entire situation. But if I have the boon totems perk, I'll pick C. Or if it's B, depending on the actual killer, mostly for Hag, I would say she would always leave. I would leave it be because it might be haunted ground or fucking ruin. It's debatable, but personally, I would actually pick A. But if I was like a survivor that had the boon totem perk, I would pick C. And if it was Hag, who normally runs haunted ground or ruin, I would leave that shit alone instantly. In my opinion. Okay.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Justin, one of the product managers on Dead by Daylight. Still stuck in this fog from earlier, but this time joined by a new partner.
Hi, I'm May. I am a Twitch-lurking, dog-snuggling influencer manager on Dead by Daylight.
So, since a Dead by Daylight anniversary wouldn't be the same without a celebration in the fog, both May and myself are here to share with you what's going on for the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary in-game event. So, last year we had a really fun one, but the team has taken a hard look at what worked and what didn't, and we're trying to find ways to take it even further for the 6th anniversary, which is actually starting on our real anniversary this year. So the event
16th,
starts
yeah.
on June 16th. I think it's really cool. So for the theme this year, the Fog is going to be celebrating something called the Twisted Masquerade. Now, this is meant to be a real party in the world of Dead by Daylight that's being hosted in the entity's name by someone lurking in the shadows, I've heard.
Everyone loves a masquerade, so we've really tried to run with the theme and taken our decorations to the next level. As you might have already noticed in this broadcast, we've added this gorgeous midnight blue to our usual black and gold color palette, and you'll see it all over the entity's realm during this event. We're also reskinning the Killer Shack and the exit gates, and there's going to be some really cool, creepy effects because of it. Expect the entire fog to be decked out to the nines.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we're decorating for really the first time, like proving just how big this whole celebration really is. We really want this to feel like a party and a celebration. So everything is really going to play on this masquerade theme in some interesting ways, beginning with our anniversary cosmetics. Last year was the second year that we actually did the crown collection, where mechanic-wise, players would run around, find pedestals, and collect a crown for that specific character. But this year, with this masquerade theme, we wanted to find ways that we could really push it further and deliver an even bigger payoff when it came to the cosmetics that you'd be able to collect.
So while you'll still be hunting down pedestals in your trial, this time you're going to be grabbing invitations to the Twisted Masquerade. Collecting those invitations will earn you one of 12 possible cosmetics as killer or survivor, and since we're going to a masquerade, it's going to be beautiful hand-designed masks. Last year, while you could earn cosmetics for every single original character, it was the same crown for each and every one of them. We feel like that's run its course, and we wanted to do something a little more special this year. This year, we're focusing on one original survivor and one killer for every year of Dead by Daylight. The mask you earn will only be wearable for that specific character because it's tailor-made to suit their personality and style.
Right.
The masks are also going to be earned randomly, so even if you're playing as Dwight, you might earn one for Elodie or the Spirit.
And I mean, if you guys have actually seen it on the table, that's Dwight.
So while we are focusing on a smaller subset of characters, they're going to make much more meaningful additions to your collection and look pretty sweet if I do say so myself.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I've had to resist just putting this one on.
A little cough there, like a little hiccup. So kind of like the snow event where it was around Christmas time or about the December time, where usual events where you play characters and you get certain different items from different characters and whatnot, how you played it. So I get it now.
Trying to run away with it. Been told many times
it's
I can't
very
take it
similar
home with me,
to what I
so
expect.
I'll have to settle for just earning it in game. And similar to what we did for our Halloween event, the Midnight Grove, the 6th anniversary will also include an event tome. So what's great about this is we're going to have 2 full levels of challenges and lore that's directly tied to the Twisted Masquerade. And one big addition in this is going to be the community challenges. So last year, if you were around doing our community challenges, we were communicating on this via our social media channels. And we feel like the players really enjoyed this, but we want to bring it a little closer to you directly in-game.
There'll be an entire top track dedicated to these community challenges. On that, you can track both the global progression of everyone making effort towards these community challenges and your own direct contributions. Your own direct contributions are important because you're going to have to work and you can't just take advantage of everyone else's hard work.
Exactly, but while the players are waiting for the community to catch up so that they can go on to the next challenge, there will be a set of personal challenges below on each level that you can work towards. And I mean, these are going to also give you a little bit more background on what's happening for the story behind the scenes of the archives and of the Twisted Masquerade.
Okay.
You're going to be earning event cosmetics either way, so definitely take the time, try to finish all of them.
So what about Dredge and Hattie? Are they getting something for this masquerade?
So since these are actually our 2 new characters coming in, it's important that we're treating them as our guests of honor for the Twisted Masquerade. So if you're seeing from any of the content that we're sharing, both Dredge and Hattie are getting full outfits themed for the event that you can unlock split between the community goals and the personal goals. So if you want all of it, you have to do both.
And they're really worth getting, so I suggest you do. And we also have some very cool, very gross charms, like this 6th anniversary Rancid Cupcake, a pop-up card, and my personal favorite, a skull with a little party hat.
And that's definitely a reminder of the last person who tried to bring a party hat into the fog.
You try and
Anthony
stop
doesn't
me.
like fun. So for a few final touches on the event,
That's
we're bringing
cute.
back some things from last year that worked really well. Like
I really
our
like those
loading
charms.
screens with developer comments and selected art. So as you're loading up into your game, you're going to see quotes from wacky folks like myself, May, and others, and really bring you a bit closer to the really cool
okay.
people who work on Dead by Daylight. On top of this, we're going to be bringing back our daily discounted Shrine of Secrets. So instead of it cycling on a weekly basis, we're going to be changing all of the perks every single day and be providing you a discount. So it costs less iridescent shards for every single perk available during the event.
Okay.
On top of that, because we know you guys love blood points, we're going to be doing a weekend blood hunt event. And then, again, still not done, we're going to be giving a lot of login currencies. So, if that's not enough blood points for you, not enough rift fragments, not enough iridescent shards, players will be able to earn more of these just by logging in.
It's definitely not the time to save your pennies for a rainy day. There's so much fun stuff to get. Take advantage. But for now, on behalf of everyone, I just want to say thanks again for another amazing year of Dead by Daylight. And we'll see you in the fog on June 16th for the Twisted Masquerade.
We'll see you there.
Okay. That is interesting information to learn about.
いらっしゃいませ。てっちゃんお疲れ様。座って座って。今日は暑かったでしょ。いつものビールでいい？はい。心臓が。助けて。
Ooh. Huh.
We're very excited to share some great news
Alrighty
about
then.
the DBD mobile game. So we had a big update in Japan at the end of April, and the results are amazing. We want to progressively release this to the rest of the world too. In the United States, there will be a closed beta test in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. You should know there's going to be quite a lot of new features in this version of the game. Leaderboards, quick matches, team system. We're also improving many aspects of the game. There's going to be visual improvements on the performance, fluidity of gameplay, and the control layout, and the new player tutorial. Also, there's going to be some brand new rewards added and some unique customization. More news are going to be coming very soon.
Oh my god, here we go again. I still can't wait for that.
told me when we launched this game that I'd be here 6 years later with my feet in the sand announcing a Dead by Daylight dating sim, I would have never believed you. And that is what makes today such an amazing day. I'm excited to be able to announce that Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim, is quickly coming. So it is a crazy idea. It's an absurd concept. But, we are always looking for new ways to tell our Dead by Daylight stories. And our fans have shown us over the years just how thirsty they are for more background and more stories about us. So last year we did an official community survey exploring new ways potentially of expanding the universe of Dead by Daylight, and I think the third one was dating simulator. And that was a surprise, but you know what? We decided to go for it. This was a tall order. We needed to find the right people to do this justice, to really treat this properly so that it didn't turn out as insane as it sounds.
Yes, dating sim.
So we decided to go with some specialists out there, some people that made a little game called I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
Yes!
That was very well received. And I'm very happy to have with me today Alexei from PsyOp to talk a little bit. He's the creative director for the upcoming
I will be also playing
Dead by
that game
Daylight
at some
dating sim.
point down the line in the
Thank
future.
you for having me. I'm really excited that I got to create such a unique take on such a really serious and kind of grim world and bring it into a little bit of hearts and butterflies and shine some rosy warm light on it.
That's awesome. So yes, you're absolutely right.
Oh my gosh.
We created a very grim universe and we asked you to do something extremely silly with it.
Yeah.
How does one go about making this right?
Sure. Well, I like to say that when making a project that seems as off-kilter and unexpected as this, the big gimmick for me is that there is no gimmick. It is a serious game that we take really seriously when we create it, and we treat all of the characters with a sense of humor, but with...
We definitely make it very serious. We definitely want to be super serious about the dating sims. A variety of gaming, just saying.
It's sort of deep respect as well, so that we can make a really compelling game that does justice to the expectations that fans have and the expectations that these characters would have if they were slightly more real.
So it's a matter of really finding a new, interesting context in which these characters can actually express a different side of themselves.
Yeah, so, the story that we're creating is very much not a canon story for the Dead by Daylight
Important
universe.
to put it out there.
Want to make sure that's clear. That being said, we want to create something that really does justice to the truths that have been established. So we started someplace as far away as we could by thinking about, what is the brightest and happiest kind of take on this world? Well, maybe it's something like the beach episode of a sitcom or an anime series, and then kind of pull our way back into that main core experience of what's going through these killers or survivors' minds at any given moment, and try and make sense of those two worlds playing together and see what kind of crazy stuff comes out.
So obviously one of the main questions that people have is, what characters from Dead by Daylight will I be able to interact with in this?
Sure. Well, leaning into that kind of sitcom or anime kind of cliches and tropes, and then kind of turning them on their head, we decided to take 4 killers, since killers are the most monstrous and inhuman characters in the world, and make them as human as we could by assigning 4 kind of typical TV trope archetypes to them. So we've got the Trapper, who is standing in as the jock. We've got the Huntress, who is standing in as the overachiever. We've got the Wraith, who is playing the nerd. And we've got the Spirit, who is the goth.
That's amazing. And it's interesting also as a take, because those sort of archetypes, those cliches from horror movies from forever ago, are things that we try to not erase, but we tried to avoid when we did Dead by Daylight, especially on the survivor side. We had them much more be humans and relatable. So it's really interesting to see those things that are very important to the horror genre be represented in this?
Yeah, in writing the experience, it made for a really fun twist. And what we recognized when we dug as deep as we could into the lore and talked so much with your team is that all of these killers come from a really human place to begin with. They've all suffered some sort of trauma or some sort of really dark thing in their past that bringing them into this kind of comedy scenario, but still exploring their real lore, it was just like pretty wild. So we had a lot of
Right,
fun
I
with
get you.
Very cool. And who, as the player, like it was an interesting choice to figure out who the player would be in this scenario.
Well, we want to let the player play as themselves. So this is an interactive branching story, and you will get to make decisions that define who you are. There is no canon version of yourself. And
I'm kind of
curious
curious
if
they
really
are
do
going to
justice
add more
to
characters in the
huge amount
dating
of,
sim, or is this
diversity
just
and variety
it,
in the Dead
though?
by Daylight audience.
Like if there's going to be a
So we
second
wanted to
one
make
or
sure
not.
that the four
Because I know a
killers who
lot
you
of
get
people would like to
romance
have
really
Trickster
represent
or
four
something.
very different types of relationship, and you get to
Or
be yourself
Oni,
and see
or,
which killer is
different
right for
survivors.
you, as you make honest decisions
And
in
whatnot.
response to some terribly strange questions.
That's awesome. A very important piece of also building that world and really giving the ambiance the gravitas it needed is the music.
Yeah.
And you got a really cool opportunity in there.
Yeah, we worked directly with Michel, the composer for Dead by Daylight, to make sure that even though we took this to a very different sonic place of marimba and steel drums and some jazz flute solos or Spanish guitar, we still got to express that kind of core DNA of Dead by Daylight and give people something that's new and unique, but also kind of true to the original game that they love so deeply.
Yeah, Michel was kind of happy to be able to try his hand at a few different styles that he hadn't, and I think he surprised both of us with the jazz flute.
It may seem like an odd thing to say about something that sounds and looks so different, but we wanted to make sure that it really feels fresh but authentic.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here in sunny Montreal for this little beach moment. I can say that this is one of the most out there things that we've ever done, and I'm very, very excited about this. You obviously want more details. There will be more information coming, but for now you should know you'll be able to get your little hands on Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim this summer on Steam. And if you do that, you'll also get a unique charm in Dead by Daylight after that. Now, thank you again to all of our fans. Thank you for making this possible for us. And for once, I will say, I'll see you on the beach.
Wow. Okay, that is interesting.
We're almost done here, but we have one more question for you. What would you like us to wrap the show with? A, some more new content, or B, a special surprise?
A special surprise. I like to see a special surprise. From the looks of it, B is winning. So I wonder what the special surprise is. Oh? Is that a totem I see? Oh, it disappeared. Oh, there it is. Never mind, it's back.
Well, that's a wrap for our 6th anniversary broadcast. And to an amazing year of Dead by Daylight. I hope you enjoyed yourself. The PTB for our latest chapter, The Roots of Dread, is live now. So go try it. Have fun. Again, a huge thank you to our entire team and to you, our amazing community. You know, time really flies. It seems like just yesterday that during our 5th anniversary, we revealed to you that we were going to do a Resident Evil chapter. Your reaction was so good at the time that we wondered, why stop there?
There's gonna be another Resident Evil one. Project W. Okay. Huh. Okay. Oh, that's another code. I think. No, it's not another code. It's usernames. Those are really pretty. I like that. That's really cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cute. Oh. Yeah, that's so cute. Love me, say that you love me. Oh, that's adorable. Ooh, no. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, I love some of those artworks. Ooh.
You know, your classic horror characters that you...
Oh.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Stunned him, so I was able to run away. See, did he get me?
Wait, what?
Your family photo, okay?
That's cute.
Was it good? Was it good?
What's it good? Oh, I've done that before. That's cute and me.
I will gift 20 subs if the hatch spawns right here.
Ja, ja, spawn, du Scheißding.
Bruh, that was luck. That was luck too.
Gotcha. Love how that looks. Love that.
That's good. Oh, wait.
Watch this.
What? What? No way!
Nice.
Look at him go, dude.
He's shaking. The popper's like a salt shaker. Judge with the hammer.
Oh, is he taking judge?
He's sentencing people.
That's
Objection.
funny.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
Honorable mention to Judge Bubba.
Yes, I did it! I did it!
Oh my goodness. Stay away from that, ma'am. Do not touch my bone.
Don't touch my bones.
Oh, let's go!
That was a nice save. Oh. Oh, that was a good save too.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, that one. That one.
Stupid.
Eu queria uma parede safe pra ficar aqui até o Maker Choice acabar. Ah! Ah! Meu Deus, isso foi horrível!
What is he expecting from this?
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Bruh, that's mean. That was a mean move. I've had that happen to me a couple of times. Nice.
Hello? Anonymous
dodge.
with a $500 dono? Whoa. Oh my god, that was iconic. I'm so happy we were able to see that live. Wow.
That was a nice loop. Oh god. Oh, that was a good jump scare. Oh, dodge.
And a little higher.
Ooh.
Not me being better.
아, 자세 너무 어려워.
Oh, that's a pretty cosplay.
Wait, I want to do it.
The box. You opened it. I came.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Oh god.
What?
Hey, yo. Oh, nice. Wait, what? No. Oh, no. No, thank you. Wait, what? I've made that mistake many times.
Why did I do that?
It's not gonna be Ethan or like Dimmercrest. It's gonna be Whistler.
No! Leave me.
Oh my god, Karma. Karma's a bitch. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh my god, Demogorgon! Murder puppy!
Oh, someone clip that.
Wait, what? What the hell? Oh, that's a hack game.
このゆっくりなチェイスしてるな。ゆっくりなチェイスしてるなこれ。いやこれスローモーションなのかな
What are you doing?
Papa, you a spanking?
Spankies!
Oh. That's cute. Wow.
Bill, get your head up. Bill, please. Bill!
Aww.
He's dead.
I don't feel so well. Ew, and I stink. Oh, great, you're here to unhook me.
I just did my nails, so you can understand my situation.
Yeah, no problem, I guess. There are others, like Felix. I'd unhook you, but then I'd be sick too. Yeah, but you could cleanse after, and then we can... He's gone. Meg!
Nope.
Nope! Right. The straight no. Oh, the cosplay! Oh my god, I love that. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Ooh, I love that. Beautiful. All these people are fucking. Oh my god, yes. Fucking slaying it. Ew. I don't like that one, but it's still good. Oh, that's so cute. Adorable. Wow. Okay, that's cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, I believe that was it. Unless there's anything else at the end. Nope, I believe that's it. Alright. So, let's get rid of this. Let us attempt to see if Dead by Daylight will let us play or not. Because my cloud status says it's up to date. So, we're gonna see if it's gonna play or not. Okay, we'll update that.